not only does Donald Trump have money, he has money with the RNC, he has money with his super PACs, and his money has money. Look at all of the tech billionaires that are around him now. There is an indefinite amount of money. And I believe wholeheartedly that the Des Moines Register, very much like ABC Disney, is going to capitulate. And I believe that Donald Trump has actually figured out a way how to change the way that media deals with issues, whether it's...
Are you worried at all about this, Scott, just where it could go? Not just the Donald Trump of it all, but I mean, if he's creating precedent, it's for everybody.
Well, when you introduced, Michael used the word narratives, and I think one of the reasons Republicans are cheering on this muscular attitude from Trump and pushing back against some of this is because Republicans feel like constantly media organizations, especially in the throes of campaigns, work overtime to create false narratives that may shape the contours of the election. Look what happened. When this poll came out in Iowa, the entire English-speaking world was talking about the gold standard pollster, and Harris has this momentum, and ultimately what we were told was complete garbage. And if you talked to pollsters at the time, they would have told you, this is not real, this methodology is not good anymore. But that's not what people chose to run with because it fit what most people in the press wanted the narrative to be. So he's pushing back on that. I don't, frankly, have a problem with it. And if they capitulate, it's because they don't want to go through the discovery and what that might show.
You're a practitioner, Scott. I mean, it's a bad poll. A bad poll is a bad poll.
It's worse than a bad poll.
I hate to say it, but Scott is actually right about this one. I hate to say it because Scott and I very rarely agree on anything. He's right. He's right. He's right about this in the fact that sloppy journalism, sloppy polling, and what they did. Look, I was the recipient of more than 100 lies. And I understand what Trump is doing in terms of changing the way defamation cases are brought in this country. You may remember the allegations I was in Prague, never been to Prague. I was in Czechoslovakia. I paid $10 million to Kompromat. I have a house next to Putin in Sochi. None of this is true. On top of that, there was another one that came out as an example where I allegedly was paid $400,000 by Poroshenko to create a meeting between him and Donald Trump during the presidency. That is also not true.
So do you think it should be easier? You believe it should be easier?
No, I think that media has to do their job. They have to actually, they need to get the facts right.
But wait a second. Wait. One person on the podcast, Joe Rogan. All of these people are Trump supporters. What media are you talking about that's anti-Trump?
You're not familiar with the anti-Trump media?
You're not familiar with the fact that you guys control for everything from podcasts?
Of all the things I've heard you say out here, that might be the nuttiest.
Scott,
believe me, there's plenty of anti-Trump media.
Scott,
that was crazy. She's delusional.
What I'm basically trying to say is that you guys have taken over the airwaves. You guys have taken over the radio airwaves. You guys have taken over podcasts. You guys have taken over pretty much, and now you're sitting here complaining because all you guys do is whine and complain. Your entire raison d'etre is to have grievances. You don't actually think about leading, you just think about having grievances against the media.
I'd like to add a grievance if I could.
Because I can keep going here.
That's why he's
another
laughing.
grievance is that Republicans are frustrated. They feel as though the media has been out against them. Some of that is social media, some of that is influencers, some of that is just false narratives. And I think that this poll was just sort of the final straw, and people felt like it was somehow deliberate. That there was a deliberate attempt.
That's the word of the day, deliberate. What happens when it was deliberate? That's the whole point that Donald Trump is trying to explore right now. What happens when that deliberate fake poll comes out and does actually alter? Now, by the way, you forgot about X, you forgot about Truth Social,
Thank you, yes,
and so
thank
on.
you.
But what happens when it is deliberate? And that's why I believe that ABC ended up folding, because they did not want discovery to take place.
Yeah.
There's no other reason, as far as I'm concerned.
They folded because they wanted to suck up to Donald Trump.
Julie Roginski. Wow. Oh man, she's difficult.
Well, I really feel like ABC settled so they don't do more investigation and find more stuff about their company that they was probably doing.
I completely agree. I think that has to be it. Like, that's literally the only way that's justified, because you're talking about $1 billion media entity that has the lawyers to fight, and they didn't. Why?
Oh, you know what, bro? I heard. Okay, so you know how ABC only got to pay Trump like what is it?
15?
Yeah, whatever, 15 million. Do you know how much
His salary is
Fox?
15?
No. Do you know how much Fox had to pay for? I guess something they said that wasn't true about the
J6ers,
the vaccine.
wasn't it? Oh.
About the
It
vaccine.
was like 100 mil, wasn't it?
It was 800 million.
Whoa.
Yes, I heard that on PBD podcast, man.
Donald Trump, just weeks away from being invested with the immense powers of the presidency, calling for a criminal investigation into Liz Cheney over witness tampering after a report from House Republicans singled her out, accusing her of colluding with a witness on the January 6th committee and recommending she be investigated for possible criminal prosecution. The president-elect weighing in on Tuesday's report just 3 hours ago, saying this on his Truth social platform, quote, Liz Cheney could be in a lot of trouble based on the evidence obtained by the subcommittee, which states that numerous federal laws were likely broken by Liz Cheney, and these violations should be investigated by the FBI, end quote, 3:11 a.m. this morning. The president-elect there, referring to the report released yesterday by a Republican-controlled House subcommittee, alleging what it called, quote, the failures and politicization of the January 6th Select Committee, end quote. The report calls the committee, quote, a political weapon with a singular focus to deceive the public into blaming President Trump for the violence on January 6th and tarnish the legacy of his first presidency. Among the report's allegations against Cheney, that she colluded with one of the committee's witnesses, Cassidy Hutchinson, who served as an assistant to White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Hutchinson provided testimony about Trump's actions on January 6th, including recounting a story she was told about an interaction the president had with his Secret Service driver.
The president said something to the effect of, I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now. To which Bobby responded, sir, we have to go back to the West Wing. The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol. Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel.
In a lengthy statement, Cheney refuted the report's findings. She says that it, quote, intentionally disregards the truth and the Select Committee's tremendous weight of evidence and instead fabricates lies and defamatory allegations in an attempt to cover up what Donald Trump did.
My question is, if she feel like she wasn't guilty, why did Joe Biden pardon you before anything ever?
I thought he was considering pardoning her.
I thought he pardoned her already.
Who?
Liz?
I thought he was
considering.
I think she was one of the people he was considering. It was her,
She really wants
Fauci,
it,
and some
though.
other people.
She really wants it. And
Boy.
I think we know why.
Boy.
Why does she want it?
Because she's guilty.
Like,
Why
wasn't
is she
she
worried if she's innocent?
You know, I feel like if these people were as innocent as they claim, they'd be like, look, investigate me. What you gonna do? What you gonna find?
This literally proves what Scott was talking about. The media made people believe that MAGA want to take over the United States and make Trump the king of the United States.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
pretty
guys are
crazy.
sitting here saying that the right has control.
that there's no Trump rhetoric media
Well, I heard almost every media outlet called Donald Trump a fascist
and Hitler. So
Bro.
I think that would all
after
count.
getting shot.
You can
Ask the American people.
You literally can't even find the footage like this of Donald Trump sitting up there speaking to his supporters about what they should be peaceful. You can't find it. It took me so long to find
Yeah,
this,
that's
and when I did
crazy.
find it, I mean, I was shocked because nobody posts it, nobody talks about it because they're trying to create a narrative.
Exactly.
And you guys literally said that they did not try to create this narrative. Wow. But hey, we got more proof here today, I believe. The days are coming, man. So it's text messages. It's real life text messages. It was Liz Cheney.
Wait, this is Alyssa Farah. Is that the View girl?
Is that Alyssa?
It says Alyssa
Yeah,
Farah.
I
Is
think
that
she
her
said-
last name?
I think, yeah.
That is her
So
last
she's
name.
the one who. Hold on.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, she was the press secretary of defense during that time, possibly. I think.
Actually?
Yeah.
Press.
So, but I ain't mentioned she's that. Yeah, that's why.
So
She's
Let's
a
pull this up, guys.
yeah,
Republican.
pull it up a little bit there. You know, Brandon probably can't read it.
All right, you see how you see? I couldn't though. I could just
barely
read. I could just read the names.
Here we go.
I know you're busy, but is there a chance you've touched base with anyone re what we talked about on Tuesday night? Hey, yes, so I reached out to Liz. She agreed to keep our convo totally confidential. She said she admires you and could tell that you wanted the right thing from your testimony. Her one concern was so long as you counsel, she can't ethically talk to you without him. But she suggests to follow up with you, your lawyer, that she and Dan George can lead, probably can do without other members and Tim. Does that help at all? I can tell she really wants to work with you and is just trying to figure out the right way to do it. I mean, do you think this is actually of interest to her at this point, or is it moot? Like, have they moved beyond it? Oh, it's very much of interest. She basically just wants to structure it in a way you are comfortable and wants to make sure it's clear. If you want to speak to them again, it's them asking, not you, so you don't get in trouble. Oh,
wow.
Oh, Alyssa.
And you know that I think this the girl that was supposedly said she's seen or Trump hit her with the.
Said Trump saw it, grabbed the driver's neck.
Come here! Ha!
All right, let's see. Liz Cheney. Hi, this is Cassidy Hutchinson. I'm sorry for reaching out this way, but I was hoping to have a private conversation with you soon if you are willing. I would be happy to. Let me know what time works for you. I'm free all day for a call or in person, whichever you prefer. I really, really appreciate this. And she called and missed. Give me a call. When it's good for you, it's now okay. Can we aim for one? Yes, that works. I'm sorry I missed you. Please call when you have a moment. I'm worried to initiate the call in case you're tied up with something. Oh, wow. Well.
Liz.
Receipts.
In my experience, number one, from being up close to Donald Trump, seeing his character, knowing who he is, believing him when he tells us who he is, and also who he chose as his vice presidential running mate, J.D. Vance, who's a whole separate conversation. It's just a despicable portrayal of the Republican Party. I am really, really proud as a conservative to have the opportunity to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in this election. Policy is important. It's very important to me. And there may be few issues that Kamala Harris and I would see eye to eye on. I hope that we'd be able to come to consensus on a lot more issues. But in saying that, the character of our leaders really matters too. We need to be able to elect people that we can trust to uphold our rule of law, people that we want our children to look at and to want to emulate. Kamala Harris is from a working class background. Tim Walz is from a
That's enough. That's enough.
Man, that was difficult.
That's enough. She
Shut
keeps
her
going
ass
on
up.
and on. She keeps going on and on.
Skip
and
it,
on and on and on.
please.
Guys, this was obviously an attempt at demonizing Donald Trump.
Hey.
That's
Hey.
obvious.
You want to know something? You want to know something? Most conservatives that voted for Kamala were paid. So the fact that she is being alleged of tampering in an investigation, which means she was paid off. So do I believe her endorsement? No.
I just don't understand how. I mean, you can say you're conservative, you can say whatever you want. If you voted for Kamala, she's far left extremist.
They said she was the most.
There was no policy she had that conservatives really rock with that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
Fund
these people are in,
leave an open border.
They're in trouble.
Transgender surgeries in
They're in
jail
trouble
with taxpayer dollars.
And some people say that's white talking points.
Right? The president said something to the effect of, I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol.
Yeah, I've heard that. Hold on.
And was Mr. Engel in the room as Mr. Ornato?
When Mr. Ornato had
He
recounted the
talked to the
story to me,
suspect.
Mr. Trump then used his
FBI,
free
come get
hand
him.
to lunge towards Bobby Engel.
Cash.
When Mr. Ornato had recounted the story to me, he had
people are
motioned
judges.
towards his clavicles.
And was Mr. Engel in the room as Mr. Ornato told you this story?
He was.
Did Mr. Engel correct or disagree?
Yeah, hey, Liz Cheney, cash me outside. How about that? Cash Patel, coming to get that ass. Cash me outside.
Don't say that. I'm scared of her family.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm afraid of the Cheneys.
Why?
Right?
What they do?
You better look
We
up
got
out
home. We got the greatest home defense you can have over here at our house.
You better look up. You better
We
look up.
catch you. We catch them sensors on them cameras. I promise ya.
Talk to Dick
Yeah, Liz.
Cheney.
I think you're
The
cooked.
real reaper.
Cooked.
Yeah, it's not looking good for you as the facts continue to pour out. So if that pardon don't come, we're going to cash you outside.
I thought he gave her the pardon though.
Policy-wise for the country, it tells us here. So I do think the American people are going to take a look at this record and realize dismantle our freedom, destroy our history, and abandon our founding values. And every day you see the damage of years of Democrat policies. The president has said Vice President Harris is in charge of the border. Vice President Harris said she was not in charge of the border. Nobody seems to be in charge. She hasn't been there. And we have a humanitarian and national security.
Yeah, man. I just don't know what her motive was besides some money. Yeah, that's what it was probably.
Yeah. Personal beef
She got
with Trump and
paid.
money.
We know she got paid. We know she was on the payroll.
Yeah.
And now, witness tampering.
It's just a no way us, some regular guys, could see the facts and what happened
Straight through
during
this.
January 6th.
We parroting white supremacist talking points.
Like, and come to our conclusion that it did look set up. And she didn't say that. And then now we got Stephen A. coming out with him finally looking at the facts saying, hold on. That looked like a setup. So, I mean, hey, guys, it had to be.
Entrapment.
This need to be.
If it walks like a duck and it sounds like a duck, chances are
It's a
Must
duck.
be a duck.
Everything Vivek have told us have been right to this day.
Yeah,
Shout out for Vivek.
Let us know what y'all think.